That's the vote share for the BJP or the NDA in Kerala as well, and does that hypothesis really bear out?
So currently we see the BJP actually leading in one seat in Kerala, and that's the one with Rajiv Chandrasekhar. This is the Nemmam constituency.
By the way, the only time BJP had one MLA in the Kerala
2006
was also in Nemmam. It's the same seat, the Nemmam seat. So currently they're leading in one.
And
the vote share?
Yeah, I'll check the vote share in just a bit. But as far as Tamil Nadu is concerned, the BJP had been contesting 27 seats. Remember that they managed to increase their vote share by going solo in the 2024 elections. Of course, they did not win any seat, but they managed to increase their state vote share to about 11.2%. And right now, we currently see the BJP leading in 2 seats in Tamil Nadu, in Udagamandalam or Ooty, where they're currently leading by a margin of about 4,296 votes. And in Nagarkoil, where MR Gandhi is currently leading by 530 odd votes, with still another 15 rounds of counting to go.
I also want to go across to Gayatri from the AIDMK. I believe American Narayanan of the TVK is also joining us. Mr. Narayanan, I mean, this is a runaway, absolute runaway by a new party, a less than 2-year-old party, currently at 104 seats. Now the question that's being asked is, will Vijay join hands with the ADMK, keep out the DMK, keep out the Congress, keep out the BJP, and form the next government in Tamil Nadu?
What I said 2 days back has come to true. I said there is going to be a death knell for the so-called Dravidian module and Dravidian parties in Tamil Nadu in your TV. That has come to be true, number one. Number two, honestly, I have to say, I did not expect this kind of a win. No, I have always told in the TV, looking at the people's eyes, the truth and the whole truth. And this is a massive mandate. Tamil Nadu people have consistently voted for a single party government. So your question of whether they need ADMK support is going to be seen. As of right now, I wouldn't be surprised if they pass the 118 mark.
Okay, we're just getting some breaking news, so allow me this. Vijay has now summoned all his winning candidates. Right now, 104, it could go up to 115. If we can also try and see if we can get a reporter. All of them have been summoned to Chennai. Soumit is there. Soumit, what information do you have? Vijay is now worried that his party might break. He's calling all the winning candidates to his residence in Chennai.
Well, with TVK going up over 100 seats and leading on several seats across the constituencies in Tamil Nadu, now Vijay has called for a immediate meeting with all the candidates immediately after the counting is concluded. So all the MLAs, Vijay's team is is in touch with all the candidates, and they are right now speaking to the MLA candidates, and they have been asked to immediately report to the Chennai immediately after the counting is done. So we'll have to wait and see how this turns up. We have just heard to the Mr. Narayanan was clearly seen saying that even Gerald has spoken to the Times Now, and even other TVK leaders have spoken to Times Now. They have clearly stated that they are getting the mandate and they'll be not joining hands with any other party. So we'll have to wait for some time from now. So how things will turn up for the TVK, how things will turn for the AIDMK. Already we are reporting from the AIDMK where huge followers have gathered. They are waiting for the results to be concluded. So similarly, at the TVK office also, and also at the Vijay's residence, security has been briefed up, and all these signs indicating towards TVK and AIDMK will be emerging as the number 1 and number 2 parties, and whether TVK will have the magic figure, whether they will be needing any support from the AIDMK, that has to be seen. But now all the MLA candidates of the TVK have been summoned. They've been asked to immediately report to the Chennai, whether to the Vijay's residence or to the TVK office. Will have to wait and see.
Soumit, we'll come back to you. So we have the vote share breakup as well. TVK is now at 38.18% vote share. 38% vote share. DMK at 23%, Congress at 3%, ADMK also at 23%, BJP at 3%. The DMK's vote share has slipped by 15 percentage points compared to 2021. In 2021, they were 38%. Today, they are at 23%. It's a massive fall. ADMK's vote share has fallen by 10% from 33% in 2021 to 23% currently. So Vijay has eaten into both DMK and ADMK, but he's hurt DMK much more, to the extent of 15% as opposed to 10% for the AIDMK.
13% that you mentioned, Zaka, is Vijay as well as others, including a lot of independents in the fray. The Election Commission of India has not segregated that vote share, so we'll have to wait and see as to what specifically Vijay's vote share is. But right now, all indications, it's about 25 to 27%. Now, at least one round of voting has concluded in 232 out of 234 constituencies in the state of Tamil Nadu. And as per the Election Commission's website, we currently see the TVK leading in 104 seats. 104 out of 132, so they may not necessarily make the halfway mark at this juncture.
Yeah.
So clearly we're looking at certain post-poll machinations coming.
And this is the first time. This is the first time that in Tamil Nadu politics we don't have a clear mandate.
Correct.
Normally, Tamil Nadu is known for a clear mandate with a sharp edge to Vijay, and he might still get it. But if he doesn't get it, then...
You made an excellent point there, Navika, because between the 1960s to 2006, you had a trend in Tamil Nadu where one party would win decisively or one alliance would win decisively. 2006 broke that trend because Vijay Kant ended up eating into the vote share of both the DMK and the AIDMK, and Karunanidhi had to form a minority government with the Congress. So this will be the first time since 2006 where you have...
20 years later.
Vijay Kant in 2006 and in 2026 is Vijay.
Yeah, 20
Both
years
films started at the
apart.
same time. But just to get the numbers...
Standing as a stumbling block to the Vijay of the other
of the other
Dravidian
two.
parties.
And is this the sunset for the Dravidian ideology is a very, very serious question, because TVK is far ahead of both the Dravidian parties, ADMK and the DMK. And I want to just add that if you look at it from the alliance perspective, not just the party numbers, DMK was at 45.81%, which has come down by around 14 points to 31.26. And those numbers, of course, changing with the numbers that are coming in. AIDMK 42.07%, and this is again AIDMK alliance down to 29.56%. But still AIDMK is doing better, even though the percentage of votes may be less, but it must still, in terms of the seats, when you compare it, AIDMK far better. But TVK, eating into 32.77%. When we spoke before elections, many were saying, how will he get more than 25%? How is he ever going to breach 30%? That's impossible. But very clearly, all those who are poo-pooing Vijay now will have to eat humble pie, given the fact that he's been able to do so phenomenally.
He's decimated them. And Gayatri Raghuram of the AIADMK joining the broadcast. And Gayatri Raghuram, Vijay is the storm that has hit Tamil Nadu. Politics in Tamil Nadu headed for a change. Is the AIADMK reaching out to Vijay? If he's short of the halfway mark, is the AIADMK going to do business with the TVK?
It's too soon for us to say anything right now, or for TVK to celebrate. We have to wait and watch what's going to happen. And we are confident. I think the rurals are going to be more supportive to AIADMK, because TVK and DMK, when it comes to, they are all attracting only cinema people votes. When it comes to AIADMK, we are attracting farmers, because we believe in farmers and all the laborers who Edapadiyar has always supported them. So definitely we will see some difference after 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock.
If these results stay the way they are, two parties have to come together. There is no way anyone else can form a government. And the only two parties, the most logical choice would be for ADMK and TVK to come together. Because TVK has more numbers than you presume, the Chief Minister will be Mr. Vijay. But there is no other possibility. There's no other permutation, combination possible. All right, I think we've lost that. Yeah,
See,
go on.
Right now we are looking at like 2 lakh voters, and every single vote is important for election. And right now we are looking at 30,000 votes and 40,000 votes. We still have another 1,50,000 votes. So we have to wait and watch what's going to happen.
Okay,
so right
we'll
now,
wait and watch. But Tuhin Sinha also joining the broadcast. And Tuhin Sinha, while you celebrate West Bengal and Assam, do you think your alliance in Tamil Nadu may be facing some strain, because Vijay likely to do business with ADMK? Certainly not with the BJP. You've tried everything from ED to CBI, but it hasn't really worked.
Well, good morning, Navika ji. Good morning, everybody. Insofar as Tamil Nadu is concerned, while we had identified the anger against DMK very correctly, it seems that TVK took the advantage better than what we could. But that does not change the alliance between AIA, DMK and us. The NDA alliance is very strong. So we will wait and see what holds, how things pan out in Tamil Nadu. But yes, so far as Bengal is concerned, it's an out-and-out rejection of the Diamond Harbour model of extortion, of intimidation of voters. And I think
those visuals of Vijay inside his residence.
This is his father. This is his father, Mr. Chandrasekhar. He's a film producer. His family there hugging. He just went to a temple, a very famous temple this morning. He's just come back home, and you can understand the kind of exhilaration that his family is feeling right now. Remember, he's taken on the entrenched two major Dravidian parties, and he's come out on top. Today belongs to his son. His son will become the next Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu.
Well, I'm also welcoming Anand Ranganathan back into the studio. Congratulations. 2 landslides and 2 slides is what you said. And that's exactly what the result is.
So my new innings as a psephologist has just begun.
Have you engaged the services of the astrologer of Vijay?
Astronomer, not astrologer. But can I say with Vijay now moving into the politics, I think one hero vacancy is there. So maybe
you are headed there. Ranganathan can definitely capture the imagination. Well, Ashwini, the manner in which the DMK is gone, is the Congress kicking itself in its shins not for having gone with Vijay before when there was time?
I don't think you should regret the decision you have taken before the polls, and because those are the decisions taken based on the interest of that point of time. Having said that, I think still it's too early now because 2-3 rounds just over. I mean, hardly 10-15% vote has been counted. There's plenty to go.
At
least 50% cross.
When will you say votes are still being counted?
50% to cross karne do.
But there is a big story unfolding here. In winners, you'll have 89 of the TVK, but at second number, TVK is leading on 60 seats as the number 2 with very thin margins.
That is where the things are up for grabs over here. If it manages to convert a chunk of these seats, for instance, they get about 25 of these seats, then their numbers are very clearly there to form the government. They're in position. But what is also important, Navika, is to look at the fact that DMK, while it is only winning 47 now, also is runner-up in another 101 seats. So will the DMK be able to convert it, or will the TMK get the momentum? That's the big question at this point of time. TVK clearly seems to be in a position to, be closest to forming government in terms of the numbers, but it's not over till it's over.
So the AIDMK is number 3 in terms of the runner-up position.
So AIDMK's numbers at around 70 are going to stabilize, because this is what it won last time around as well, if you remember.
Okay.
Its numbers were around in the 70s, mid-70s. As a runner-up, it's not really likely to pick up much. But it is, in fact, the TVK and DMK which are in a close race as far as the runners-up are concerned. And DMK will be hoping that it's able to restrain TVK to around 100 so that it has, but it's still not in a position anywhere to form the government, because it's just at 47.
What happens, JVC, if TVK does not need anybody? What happens to the two Dravidian parties?
It all depends upon how much Patali Makal Kachi is going to get, how much Congress is going to get, how much AMMK is going to get. See, all these smaller parties, if they are able to say 20, then TVK might as well form the government. Although I do agree with our friend that there are only 3 rounds over, 2 rounds over.
Left on that side?
Yeah, gentlemen, I was supposed to tell him. See, after I tweeted it, tagging Rahul Gandhi, and told a lot of Congress leaders also, this is a chance after 1967 for Congress party to share power. Here is a man who's calling, anybody come and accept my leadership, I'm going to give you ministerial positions. Deputy Chief Minister, Congress Party.
But JVC, one second, JVC, the interesting thing is not one party, any major or minor party in Tamil Nadu allied with him.
Yes.
Today they all have egg on their face. Not a single party allied with him. Today he's the single largest party. He's the next Chief Minister.
He's done it. And I think, to be honest with you, JV, even you would admit this, that at that hindsight is of course 2020.
Correct.
But as you said, I mean, there were many psephologists who weren't even giving one seat to TVK.
Yeah.
See,
Not even one.
Well, I also want to now set the cat amongst the pigeons. Folklore tells us that Prashant Kishore was doing the advice for Vijay. Do you think this time around, once again, it is Prashant Kishore who has strategized this, Rashid Kidwai?
No.
Prashant had been telling me, for instance, for over a year that, Vijay is a man to watch out for. And of course, he was doing so. Prashant Kishore as a poll strategist has remained intact. And Prashant Kishore as a politician has failed and faltered. And here was a kind of opportunity in a platter for the Congress. And Rahul Gandhi, as I mentioned that he privately says that he made a mistake. I think the Congress has a grace to accept that it made a blunder. The BJP would never admit a mistake.
No, but what can they do now? They have no seats, they have no MLAs.
Now what JVC is saying, that's the only possibility, that whatever 3, 4, 5, 6 Congress has, they can always
they don't have 3, 4, 5, 6. They have currently 2 seats that they're leading in. Now, my point is, the only possibility, I don't know what the PMK stand will be. Again, Mr. Ramdas and Vijay had a running feud. So I'm not sure whether it's an open feud. Yeah. So I'm not sure whether there is any love lost between them. I think the only possibility is for ADMK and Vijay to come together, at least in terms of numbers. Otherwise, it will be a very unstable coalition. And to be fair, Vijay's attacks throughout the campaign were against the DMK. He didn't even acknowledge the ADMK, so he can turn around and say, it's an anti-incumbent vote. Let's come together, keep the DMK.
But then the question is, who will, whatever the alliance be, who do you think is going to be the chief minister?
It has to be Vijay. It has to be.
That's what I mean.
There's no other. There's no other question.
With 102 seats, there is no question. There is no vacancy for the chief minister. But
he also need to ask his
actor we know, hero we know, supporting role we don't know.
Will there even be the need? Will there even be the need for a post-poll alliance? Because in some of the seats that TVK was actually trailing and was runner-up, it's now come in the ascendancy. And right now you have a situation where the TVK is leading in 108 seats. It had been trailing behind the AIDMK in some of those seats. It appears to be now gaining ground. There could be every possibility of the TVK even perhaps winning 117 at the end of it.
Well, if that happens, then once again, we are in the pre-2006 era where it's been clear mandates always. It's all happening. And if you have a runner-up position on 60 seats, chances are that few of these will convert. And if you are at 100, sitting pretty at 100, and some of the runner-up seats convert for you, well, you are just smiling all the way to the poll bank.
Can I just add something? You look at all the actors and actresses who have survived in Tamil Nadu politics. The successful ones have survived for decades.
Yeah.
So this is the start of an innings. If Vijay plays his cards well, we are looking at 15, 20 years ahead.
This could be the Vijay.
Come from for Vijay. Once again, let me just break this down for our viewers. Where will those extra numbers come from? What JVC was saying, the point that he is making is very significant for the simple reason that if you look at the alliances themselves, all of these numbers are not DMK, ADMK. Of the 76 of ADMK, for instance, only 66 are ADMK. So how many will the PMK get? How many will the AMMK get? How many will the Tamil Mandala Congress get? That is going to be very important to see. And if they are getting 10 seats over here, and if the DMK allies, apart from DMK getting 39, remember that DMK is at 50. So this will include Congress. This will include the other allies, including VCK and others as well. So there are about 20 seats. Yeah, but the point is there are roughly about 20 such seats which they could possibly look at, or Vijay could potentially look at. Maybe not with Anbarmani Ramdas and others, but who are the others who he can potentially tie up with?
See, he will definitely go with Congress party. VCK would offer support to him. Communists could offer support to him because each of the communist parties could win 1 or 2 seats.
Yeah.
So, and don't forget the fact that those allies were complaining about the treatment
by
the DMK.
Most of them said on Saturday that we will look at what kind of a government will get formed after the results.
Well, which means may I tell you trivia that may be well a headline. It is Trisha's birthday today.
Yes.
Is Tamil Nadu the gift?
One of your friends have been. One of your friend MR Venkatesh had been telling for the last 1 week to me that 2 Shahs will decide who is the chief minister of Tamil Nadu. One is Amit Shah and another is Trisha.
Well,
see, once she said that she want to become a chief minister, about 3 months back. Trisha said
No,
this.
several years back.
Now is that a birthday gift that you're saying that he will
That's
give,
what
Vijay will give?
Well, we'll wait and watch for that. But
105.
even as we are speaking about these results, the election commission case continues to be on in Supreme Court for why central observers are being appointed. Now, talk of the Trinamool Congress not giving up anytime soon and the election commission being dragged there. The Chief Justice of India said voting is over, counting will be over by evening. What remains? Let the election commission look into it. But the petitioner, that is TMC's advocate, says there was violence in 2021 after counting too. Let a retired Supreme Court judge monitor the situation. So they are already asking for a Supreme Court judge to monitor the situation, and Chief Justice says the High Court is best equipped to deal with local issues, leaving it at that. So the Trinamool Congress not giving up. I wonder what they're saying, Karan, about the fact that some CCTVs had gone blank. Yeah. At the moment, we're not hearing too much about that.
So, Navika ji, we're going to see a similar thing to what, Donald Trump did when he lost the 2020 elections. They're going to deny, then they're going to, I don't know, I hope, things remain safe there. But what a victory for the BJP. I mean, yes, Vijay is the man of the moment today, but 185, I mean, credit to the people. They used to say about the Bhadra Lok that people don't turn out in numbers. In certain areas, we saw voter turnout increase of 20%. And it's shown up. The fortress of Kolkata and around has been breached. What they said, this is Mamta's fortress. That has completely been decimated.
The presidency fortress. Yeah. And once again, another number that has been held up, which is, Siddharth, that every time it has been a bumper voting, it has led to a change in government. 2011, we saw that when left parties were thrown out and Trinamool Congress stormed in. This time around, 93% voting and the BJP storms in 185. Did anybody ever imagine this, Sujata?
I think people of Bengal imagined it. And I think people of Bengal are sure that they know India, who's insider, who's outsider, who is not Dada, who's not Didi. They have decided that Dada wins the mandate. Also, I think, like I said, Parivartan Sansar ka niyam hai, they said Parivartan karo. And they have done the Parivartan and everybody said 90 lakhs voters deleted. 90% voter turnout happened, and they showed this is what happens when you ignore what is happening on the ground.
Navika,
when you ignore...
breaking update. I'm sorry I'm interrupting you, but this is exactly what we were discussing. And Dharni has just spoken to top leaders of both the CPI and CPM. They are surprised by TVK's performance, but they have not denied when they are asked if there's a post-poll alliance that possible. They've said we have to wait and see. The party high command will take suggestions from functionaries and then take a decision. Remember TVK, look at it. The numbers increased to 112, 112. So they just need 5 more seats. Dharni is with us. Let's go across to Dharni. Just a second. Let's go across to Dharni, who's getting us that update. Dharni,